Okay, so what I wanted to do today was basically go through the Blu-rays I got through my last horror pack and kind of review each of those movies. I opened my July horror pack live on my Facebook, so I did not upload it to YouTube, but I want to go ahead and review these movies. The first movie that I wanted to talk to you about was Don't Look in the Basement 2. It says, in 1972, the patients and doctors at Stevens Sanatorium were brutally murdered. 40 years later, it's happening again. Okay, so this movie, I had never seen the original, so when I saw this in my horror pack, I decided that I should probably go out and buy the original so I could watch it. I don't like watching movies that have sequels without watching the original first. So I went and I bought it, and actually my boyfriend's uncle had talked to us about it before and recommended it. Anyway, so I tried watching it and I was pretty disappointed because when I got it off of Amazon and I popped it in the Blu-ray player, it did not want to play. It would play for a little bit and then it would not want to play. And I bought it new, so I don't know what happened there, but at least Amazon returned the money and everything. It worked out fine. Anyway, so I popped this in thinking, okay, I need to watch this. Maybe I'll be able to watch it without watching the original. So I went ahead and started it, and I was watching with my boyfriend and one of my friends, and it can stand alone, that's for sure. There's a lot of flashbacks that happen in this movie, and basically you don't have to see the original to know what's going on in this movie. But I was actually surprised and happy to find out they had the original footage on this film. So that's pretty cool. It's on the DVD, or on the Blu-ray. I'm so used to saying DVD. It's on the Blu-ray, and yeah, so that's cool. So you could actually watch it on here. The movie, the acting was okay. I'm not a fan of this movie series at all. I mean, it was an interesting story. It was okay. I mean, I wouldn't watch it again. Would I recommend it? Probably not. Maybe to someone who is a die-hard fan of the original. The only thing that I mean, there was a couple little things throughout the movie that I enjoyed, but really I enjoyed the ending because I thought it was over, and then there was a snippet of something that was kind of cheesy, funny, and it made me laugh, and I actually really liked that part of the movie, and I kind of wish the movie was more like that throughout the whole thing. But anyway, I wouldn't recommend it. It's okay. That's just my opinion. I know there's others that probably really love this movie. Anyway, so that's Don't Look in the Basement 2. Okay, so the second movie in my horror pack, my Blu-ray horror pack, that I wanted to talk about was VHS Viral 2. This is another movie series. I originally tried to watch the first VHS movie on Netflix. I'm a big Netflix watcher. I was watching it by myself because I had a feeling that my boyfriend wouldn't want to watch the found footage kind of stuff. Anyway, the first movie that I watched with this, I actually turned it off. And I'm not one to turn off movies very often, but the way it started, I was just like, how long is this going to last? And I really didn't like where it was going initially, but I've heard really good things about it, so I'm actually thinking maybe I should go back and give it another try. I know my boyfriend does not want to watch it with me, so it'd be one of those movies that I would watch by myself, as well as the sequel, the second one. We know that there's a dog there's something that happens to a dog, and that one we cannot stand when something bad happens to an animal in a movie. Anyway, this movie, VHS Viral, I decided to give it a chance, and I had not watched the two previous movies. I felt like it was probably something that could stand alone, and it could stand alone. The main storyline of this movie I did not really enjoy very much. I felt like the relationships in the story were built, I don't know, not very well. But there were some actually very interesting video clips in this movie. There was one that was very Twilight Zone-y, and it's about another realm, and I'm not going to spoil it, but I really liked it. That probably will stick with me for the rest of my life because it was a really interesting twist that happened. And then there was a second movie, or no, the second VHS clip that that involved a group of skateboarders going over and getting into some weird, there was some weird demonic stuff happening. And yeah, I'm not going to spoil it, but that was also very cool, and it was very amusing. So I might, if I watch this movie again, I might just want to skip ahead to those two parts because those parts were the most amusing of the movie, and I did not like the main story. I thought the movies did not really flow together. The clips did not connect for me. I didn't quite understand how they connected. I understand that maybe they all involve demons, I don't know, but it's not, I didn't feel like they had enough connection for it to be so jumpy. I don't know. So, would I recommend this movie? I think I would, just for those two parts in the movie, because there was some really, they were very interesting. But yeah, I think now that I've seen this movie, I would be comfortable going back to the first movie and checking it out, and maybe just sticking through the scenes that I did not quite like, and just, you know, seeing where it goes, because one of my friends actually said it was really good, so I might check that out and give it another shot. So yeah. And okay, the next movie in my horror pack that I was going to review is Open Windows, and I have actually seen this movie before. When I got it, I knew that this was going to be the one that it was because of the hints that the horror pack had given, and that was the only movie that I could think of. And anyway, so I watched it again because my boyfriend hadn't seen it, and yeah, it was interesting. I love watching Elijah Wood in movies. He's one of my favorites to watch. I think he's a good actor. It was very like voyeuristic, and it can be kind of interesting, but then there were some different twists in it, and I didn't think I would ever watch it again, to be honest. I had seen it on Netflix originally, but since my boyfriend hadn't watched it, I went ahead and watched it with him, and he thought it was interesting, but he also agreed with me that it wasn't something that he would want to watch again. So yeah, that was Open Windows. I could see how someone might compare it to sort of, I mean, it says on here it has a Hitchcockian suspense. I can see kind of some similarities, but to be honest, it's not very Hitchcockian. I love Alfred Hitchcock, and it's not. So yeah, that's that movie. Oh yeah. Also, there was this one scene in this movie that went on a little long for me, and it was kind of like a nude scene with the girl that he was spying on through the computer. Anyway, I didn't like it. I think it went on a little too long, but I get it. I understand where it was going. So that was that movie. I don't think I would recommend it, to be honest. I would not, unless you're an Elijah Wood fan and you want to check out his movies. That's that movie. This movie, when I saw this was in the horror pack, I was super excited because I did not have this movie in my collection. I don't have very many Blu-rays, that's why I decided to get the Blu-ray pack. Anyway, this movie, I don't have it on DVD. This movie, I first saw it back when it was on Netflix. I don't know if it's still on Netflix, but if it is, you should check it out. It's very suspenseful. It's got some really cool twists in it. It's got a really cool mystery. Very well written. Jessica Biel is amazing. You can really connect with her character. And then the twist that happens towards the end is also amazing. I would recommend this movie to anyone, if anyone wants to watch it. This one is probably the best one that I've gotten in my horror pack. Very well written. So, and very suspenseful. I really enjoy this movie. I've seen it a few times and watched it again on Blu-ray. It was really good. Great acting, just all around great movie. Check it out. It's The Tall Man. yeah, so that's a really good one. So overall, in my horror pack, out of the 4 movies that I got, I really loved 1, and the rest were kind of like, so-so. I had already seen 2, but I know that tomorrow I'm going to be getting my second horror pack, and I wanted to kind of go through and guess the movies that they're hinting at ahead of the time. So, okay, so to be honest, I'm kind of jealous of the DVD pack because it seemed like their hints to their movies seem way more interesting, and I'm kind of regretting this whole Blu-ray subscription thing. I kind of want to check out the DVD pack. Anyway, so Blu-ray. The Blu-ray pack. Here's the first hint, or this is one of the last hints they give actually. There's no shortage of blood draining from the artifices of this sequel. So, I don't know, maybe it's a vampire movie, maybe it's, I don't know, could be anything. There's a lot of blood in horror movies, right? A lot of people think it might be House 2. I've seen it, thought it was pretty interesting too. Pretty unique movie. Yeah, so I'm hoping it's a vampire movie, to be honest, because I've seen that a lot of the other horror packs, the DVD horror pack has a lot of vampire movies, and vampires are like one of my favorite things to watch. So yeah, okay, here's the next one. It never goes well when man refuses to let the dead stay dead. That could be anything. That could be Reanimator. That could be Pet Sematary. There's so many movies where the dead are brought back to life in horror movies. I don't know, but that one sounds like a really good one. Whatever it is, I'm excited to watch it. Yeah, so that's that one. We'll see tomorrow. I'll film tomorrow as well. Okay, here's the next one, Blu-ray. Advice comes from the strangest places, particularly when murder is involved. So this one sounds like it could be a ghost movie. I don't know, it might, I kind of have a feeling it's an old movie, but I have no idea what it is, and I have not checked anyone else's videos on YouTube because I don't want to be spoiled. I really hope it's a good one. It might be a classic movie, so we'll see what that is. I have no idea what it is either, though. Okay, here's the last one for the Blu-ray pack. This 3-dimensional nightmare is gonna leave a mark, or is really gonna leave a mark, sorry. I know how to read, really. So I am actually very afraid that this is gonna be Scar 3D, because I just opened my horror block last month and I got Scar 3D on Blu-ray, and I'm afraid it's gonna be that movie. I've already seen it, I have it, and I'm gonna review it in a second once I get through all my guesses, but I really don't need another copy. So I'm really hoping it's not it. I'm hoping it's something like a Texas Chainsaw 3D or a Freddy movie 3D. Anything but Scar, please. I'm really hoping for that. Okay, so going back and looking at the August DVD packs, because I'm super jealous of the hints this month. A horrifying monster terrorizes an indefectible town. So, I have no idea. But that alone sounds very interesting. I'm super jealous. Okay, here's the next DVD. A new look at an original vampire classic with an eye-popping twist. See, vampires. So jealous. I want this pack. I'm so jealous right now. Oh gosh. Okay. And here's the next one for the DVD pack. A deadly virus leads to a bloody new form of vampire. Seriously? Like, super. Why? Why can't there be lots of vampires in my Blu-ray pack? I'm so jealous. I kind of wish that I had this one. I don't know. It might be Daybreakers is my opinion, but I don't know. There's a lot of vampire movies out there that I've seen, and there's probably quite a few that I haven't seen, but I don't know. another vampire one, which leads me to believe that I'm hoping that Bluray one that's in my pack that I thought was a vampire one is a vampire one, because I feel like, hey, I need a vampire one too. Okay. And then where's the next one? Alright, here it is. A hotline attendant faces a terrifying unseen killer. That sounds freaking amazing too. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen this movie either. So yeah, I'm really wishing I had the DVD pack. They seem way more interesting than the hints that are for the Blu-ray. Anyway, so let me go ahead and talk about the movie that I got in the horror block. I wanted to review it too. Here's the movie, the Blu-ray movie from the horror block last month, Scar 3D. It included 2 3D glasses, and they were kind of like the cheap blue and red 3D glasses. I've seen some that, you know, if you go to Halloween Horror Nights, they have those really nice ones that are like the gray film, and it doesn't kind of like mess with your eyes so much, seeing the blue and then the red. And also at the movie theaters, they have those really nice big plastic ones. I think I might need to buy some of those for my 3D movies that I'm starting to get. So this movie, I started out trying to watch it in 3D. And to be honest, I was eating dinner and the blue and the red were really getting to me, and I decided just, oh, whatever, I'll watch it in regular format. Regular, no 3D. So I started watching it, and I felt like the film quality just wasn't there for it to be on a Blu-ray disc. I mean, it should have just been a movie that was on DVD. The quality, it just wasn't there. It seemed like maybe it was only filmed for 3D. I don't know. It just seemed like it was not the greatest quality. The acting was okay. Some of the actors were better than the others. The movie plot was very, I mean, it's something I'd seen before, you know, kind of the sort of revenge sort of thing, sort of haunted sort of thing by the past. And yeah, so the main actress, she was amazing. I've seen her in a few things, and she's really, really pretty, and she's an interesting character to watch. But overall, I don't think I would recommend this movie. It was kind of slow paced. It was predictable. Yeah, so I wouldn't go out of your way to watch it. So if you're watching it on TV, that's fine, whatever. But don't go out of your way to watch it. Don't go out of your way to purchase it. It's probably going to come to Netflix soon. Yeah, so that's that movie. And yeah. So those are my reviews right now. Also, I have some pretty exciting things going to be happening in the next month. September's going to be very busy because that's like pre-October, and you know, October for me, you guys don't know, but October for me is actually quite a really busy month. I have parties. I participate in zombie walks. I go to different mazes, corn mazes, Halloween Horror Nights, Universal Studios stuff. I just do a lot of makeup. I love doing special effects makeup. So that might be something I show on here on this channel. Also, I'm planning about starting to create a look that I want to surprise everyone with at my Halloween party. I have some really cool stuff coming in, and so it's going to be exciting to fabricate that. So September, first weekend in September, I don't know exactly when, me and my friend are going to go to the Guillermo del Toro Museum and check out all of his awesome collection. I love his movies, and I think he's just an amazing storyteller. He's one of my favorite directors. So we're really excited to go down there and check it out, and I'll let you guys know. Going to Halloween Horror Nights in September, and I'm going to be checking out those mazes. Some of them are repeats from years past that I have been to, so we'll see if they've changed anything up, and I'll review as well on that. Yeah, so very exciting month next month, and I'll be opening my horror pack for you guys. Oops, excuse me. I'll be opening my horror pack for you guys tomorrow, and I'm excited to get that and see what I get, but I'm really jealous of the DVD pack, so who knows, I might be switching over to the DVD pack if they continue to get the hints that seem better, and I'll review those movies once I get through them as well. Yeah, so that's that. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe. Yeah, that's it. Bye.